Hi, everyone. Welcome to Love Speaks Live. I'm Candice Ruggiero. I'm a keynote speaker, host of the Intentional Excellence podcast, host of Love Speaks Live show, and Love Speaks Out in the community. I'm also creating digital courses for my Novara Global Education Consulting. And tonight, I'm going to invite you into a very personal and heartfelt conversation. Our topic is one that means the world to me: honoring mothers and cherishing connections. I've lived away from my family for almost 30 years. I built a life in America and lived also in Australia, while most of my family remained in the Philippines. And when you live far away because you want a different life, your greatest fear is always the same. What if something happens to the people that I love and I'm not there? And for me, the greatest fear was losing my mom and not being there for her. Because even though I've been away for so long, my bond with her was unbreakable, was unshakable. My mom was my safe place. She was my strength. I called her Superwoman, and I dreaded the day that I wouldn't make it in time. And sadly, that day came. About 3 weeks ago, when I learned that my mom wasn't doing well at 83 years old, I rushed home despite the risk, every risk, leaving my two teenagers alone, and while my oldest one was in another state. And being a widow, you always worry about that. Was starting a new school year at work, and the uncertainty of traveling in today's world also was tough. But deep down, I knew I couldn't forgive myself if I didn't at least try to say goodbye. It was a long flight, and while I was in transit, I didn't know that she passed away. And I'll never forget the moment that I landed in Manila in the Philippines. And I was so excited to see her. It was like almost a day flight. And I checked my phone, finally got Wi Fi, and there's so many messages. And I found out that she was gone. And I sat frozen in my seat as the plane emptied. I was crying. I really felt like numb. I couldn't get myself to get up and to leave the plane, asking myself, like, why didn't you wait for me, mom? I call her mama. You nodded the night before when I told you to wait for me. And a part of me was kind of like upset with her, and I know that was wrong. Like, upset that she left when I was coming. And it was one of the hardest moments of my life. But even in that pain, I realized that she was finally free of suffering. And that gave me peace. She was home with my dad, my brother, my grandparents, and the people that she loved. At her funeral, I was overwhelmed with pride. 4 nights of people honoring her, telling stories about her kindness, her generosity, her strength. Colleagues she had worked with for nearly 60 years traveled. The company rented vans just to pay the respects. Everyone, most of them came. Most. And one of my mom's staff told me something I'll never forget. She said, nowadays, it's rare to find a person who truly earns respect. Your mom was one of those rare people. And that is who she was. My mom was respected and loved by a lot of people. She was a widow at 42 years old, left with 7 children to raise. And yet she never once showed weakness. My mom was a corporate lawyer for a multinational company where she worked for almost, like I said, 60 years. And she even took over my dad's law firm after he passed away. She was juggling everything, managing her career, to running the law office, and still being present for us. I remember every morning when we go to school, we rode this van. It's color blue. Um, we had a family driver because my mom can't drive, and I remember like she would bring us to school. She would pick us up, all seven of us. She was there, no matter how, no matter how busy she was. She was there for us. She would personally pick us up from school, making sure that each one of us was cared for. She gave us the best life that she could, even with her limitations. And I realize now that I am so much like her. She was widowed early, raising seven children on her own. And I too was widowed early, raising, that was like 2 years ago, raising three children on my own. And like my mom, I know what it means to carry the weight, to cry in silence, to still show strength for your children while building a life against all odds. And in so many ways, I am my mother's daughter. And as I reflect, I know the strength people see in me today, it all comes from her. She's my inspiration. So tonight, this episode is not only about honoring my mom, but also reminding all of us that our connection with our mothers is one of the most powerful gifts we'll ever have. Every family is different. Some of you have close relationships with your moms. Some of you may be struggling. Some may live together. Some live in another city, another country. But no matter the situation, what matters is the love and the connection you choose to nurture. You know, we live in a time where connection is easier than ever. We all have phones, FaceTime, Zoom, free messaging apps. Sacrifice a little time. Make the call. Visit if you can. Send a note. Don't let distance or pride keep you from cherishing your mom. Because here's the truth, mothers are not perfect. Because I'm a mom too. So I understand this deeply. We all have strengths and limitations. Because life is not easy, especially raising children, and even more so when you're doing it alone. But imperfection does not erase love. I've known people who let pride keep them from their mothers. One woman I know had her mom in an assisted living so close to her home for years, but she never visited. And when her mom passed, yes, she was there at the funeral. There were tears, but honestly, I wanted to ask her, where were you? Where were you those years when she was still alive and waiting for you? And my heart wanted to tell her, aren't you too late? I would trade places with her in a heartbeat. I would give anything to have those extra minutes with my mom. So tonight, I want to give you a few reminders. If you live with your mom, cherish her. Cherish the everyday moments, a hug, a meal together, a simple I love you. And if she's nearby, visit, surprise her, show up. Don't wait for special occasions. And if she's far away, call her, video chat, write her a letter. Because distance is no excuse anymore. And if you're in conflict, find forgiveness. Pride is not worth the regret you'll carry when she's gone. And if your mom has passed, honor her, carry her lessons, keep her memory alive in the way you live and in the way you love your children. Because when our moms are gone. What we hold on to are the memories and the love that we shared. And before I close, I want to share something that really touched me when I went home to the Philippines. I discovered that even though I've been away for decades, people back home, family members I'm not very close to, like neighbors, old neighbors, friends have been quietly watching me. Even actually my classmates, which I wouldn't have guessed. I never realized my reach had extended that far. One of my far relatives told me that whenever I post, they let their siblings know. They say like Candy has a new post. Let's watch it together over breakfast. I didn't even know that. That felt so fun to hear. And hearing that brought such a smile to my heart. Thank you, Reggie and Jill Sampson family, for sharing this with me. It means a lot. Really means a lot. And it also reminded me why I do this, why I post, why I host Love Speaks Live, why I record my podcasts. And it's not about numbers, likes, or comments. It's about inspiring. It's about speaking love and purpose into the world. And during my mom's funeral, more people came forward saying they've been following me quietly. Some became my friends on social media, some started following my page, and many connected with me for the first time. And I want you to know I heard you, and I will never forget your words of encouragement. You fuel me, you give me strength to keep going. So, to my Filipino family, my relatives and friends, my beautiful sisters, Cecil, Michelle, and Sherry, and my brother Ricky. I love you so much. The times that we spent together while I was home means so much to me. I just want to let you know that. Thank you for my stay there. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. And I love you so much. Thank you. And I'm here to make you proud and not to brag, but to inspire, to show the world that it doesn't matter where you come from. If you have love in your heart, speak it. If you want to change the world, change it in your own way. And I promise you, I will make you proud. So as we close tonight, I want to leave you with this. Wherever you are, if you still have your mother, show up for her, love her, forgive her, celebrate her. Be the best child you can be. And if she's gone, live in a way that honors her so that her love continues to speak through you. Thank you to all of you who follow, who support, who encourage me. You inspire me, and I promise I will keep speaking, keep loving, and keep making you proud. And to my mom in heaven, you are my superwoman. Don't forget that. My strength comes from you. I am who I am right now because of you. And when I speak every day, when I post every day, you're in my heart. Don't ever forget that. So thank you, Mom, for inspiring me. Thank you for raising 7 children alone, effortlessly, when you were widowed. And I want to follow in your footsteps. I want to be as successful as you are, as loving as you are, as generous as you are. People loved you, and I can't blame them. If I can have some of that, some of you in me, then I'll be okay. I know I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna make it because I have you in my heart. Love you, Mama. And I will work hard every day to make you proud. So I wanna I want to thank you all for joining me tonight on Love Speaks Live. I will see you again next week. And always remember, love your moms. Cherish her every day. No one's perfect. But for me, for you, there will always be perfect. So always remember, love speaks always. This is Candice Ruggiero. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye.